in Standing Rock,
Hmm.
and you were putting it down. I saw you doing a lot of hard work at the time. I was talking to Steve. I know you were working with the Real Progressives at that
Hmm.
time, dude. Dude, tell me, man. I gotta ask you, man. What was it like on the ground in Standing Rock?
It was life changing. It really was. I went there with no expectations, but I didn't know what to expect. What I got was a totally different outlook at the world around me, and it humbled me more. I was actually talking to somebody the other day, and I said I went there with no expectations, and I lost most of my ego in that river. It was just it was the most enlightening, humbling experience that I could ever. I can't even explain it. I can't even put it into words. I found myself there, a lot of myself, and now I look at life differently. I definitely do. I met a lot of great people there, the best people I ever met in the world. It was like a collection of the most empathetic, awesome people all in the same place at the same time. Uh,
Yeah, wow,
I don't
man.
know.
Man, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal, man. It's such a life changing event. You know, when you said you changed your life or you became humbled in the river, what do you mean in the river, man? What were you doing? Were you swimming? What were you doing?
Well, funny enough, I did swim through the river one day. There was a fire up in Turtle Island, and I just felt this need to go put it out. It was silly, I know, but I ran like from my camp all the way over to Turtle Island. I even did a live stream before I jumped in. I said, I don't know how I'm going to get across this, but I'm going to do it. I swam across. I went to go put out the fire. I got detained by DAPL workers in Martin County for a little bit, and then they let me go, but they made me swim back over the river so that I could go to my fire, take all my clothes, and dry out. That was a pretty fun experience. What I
Wow.
mean by that is when I went there, I had a totally different idea of life that I thought was enlightening, and then I meet these awesome indigenous folks, these Native Americans that have just been, crapped upon all their life. And I think we've talked about this before. There are people in this country who have never experienced democracy. And we were going around, marching around for democracy, thinking that, we were going to change something, where there are people that have never even had a choice. They've never had a voice. They've never had a vote. And I've learned to call these people as my family now, my relatives. I've learned to get a new family, and it's and I've learned to not really have any expectations on my day. It's amazing. When I was there, you didn't look at the clock. You looked at the sun. You tried to figure out if you got up in the morning and you heard the bullhorn of relatives. It's time to go kill the black
Wow.
snake relatives. You knew it was 6 a.m. or about there. But otherwise, you didn't look at time. Time didn't matter. You were doing something. Your whole day mattered. You were cutting wood. You were eating. You were eating at the kitchen, or making food. You were doing actions. You were talking to people you've never met before in your life, and making these relationships that should last forever, that will last forever. It was enlightening, and I took my ego of what I thought the world should be, and I left it there. I said, you know what, this is a new way of living. I'm just going to take it as it goes. And I even found a little bit of spirituality. I'm a scientific person, and I still believe in the quark. I still believe in the atom, but I've seen things up at Standing Rock that I can never explain. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Transcending type things that aren't scientific or logic based, but
right.
spiritual. I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah,
Man,
it's still happening today. We have this. It's like a synchronicity. Anytime I need something, it just comes to me. As long as I'm not greedy about it, it literally just comes and it happens. And I was like, oh wow, okay. It's almost like I've hit a hidden algorithm inside the matrix, and I've found the cheat codes, and now I'm living that life. So
man,
yeah.
man. That sounds. Look, guys, let me give it up for that. Let me give it up for that. That sounds remarkable.